Yeah, because I can't make do with what I have right now here. Like this is bad enough where it impacts gameplay and it's, you know, too bad. If it makes the game less enjoyable to play because it's not as accurate as it needs to be, then it's bad enough where something has to be done.
Finesse and grace.
Alright then.
Please survive.
I'm just gonna go say it right now. I think from all of the moves in the entire game, these cultists' wings are maybe my favorite moves in the entire game so far. Like those, it's literally like it's a perfect neat mix of, you know, what is fair, what looks interesting, and it's also got very good tell on it. Really like that. Okay, this fucking microphone. Like, how many times, just think about it, how many times when we have found a new enemy and I'm like trying to parry or dodge it for the first time and it's like I always get hit. Because the tail on it is so bad that with my intuition alone of understanding these games, and this game in particular, I cannot like deduce how the attack is gonna hit, so I mistime it usually until I have to literally learn every attack rather than intuitively look at an attack and be like, I understand how this game works, I need to dodge now. Like, that is some praise that I gave to games like Sekiro, for example, where like Sekiro is very excellent on with the parry system in the way that, or its deflect system in the way that when you understand and you grow the intuition of knowing when to typically deflect attacks, most of the enemies in the game have good enough tails to the point where you don't have to learn their attacks, like with like, you know, just failure and just, you know, learning it with time, you know. But in Sekiro, you can kind of just look at the attack, and you can just deduce what it is just by looking at its amazing tell. But at the same time, it's varied enough where it's always interesting when you fight a new enemy, you know? That's something that Lies of P did very badly. Like, Lies of P's tails are incredibly bad for most enemies, or for a lot of enemies. And the reason for that, which I have come up with, is because you can dodge or perfect block in Lies of P, and both of the mechanics are very powerful when used correct. And that's probably the reason as to why the developers made the attack tails as hard as they are in that game, is because of that reason exactly. Because if they make every tail too easy, then everybody will only perfect block and there's no reason to dodge. So when they make attacks that are hard to tell and hard to understand what they are, then that encourages the player to use the dodge mechanic as well, not just try to parry everything. So that's the idea as to, you know, why it is the way it is. This game also does it a lot the same way, where it literally like has intentionally really hard like design attacks for that exact reason.
Take this.
Boom. At least that's how I interpreted it. Also, is every area in this game gonna start running play first? Dang.